So he enlisted and fought on Canada's side in World War I. And because he was a veteran of that war, even though his farm was confiscated, he actually created the farm from scratch when he arrived in Canada. And after the war, because he was a World War I veteran and highly respected by his colleagues, and because he, through his veteran connections, he was able to get his land back, one of the few that was able to get confiscated land back. And because of his efforts and in recognition of the history, just recently named a park in his honor in Surrey, which is where his farm used to be. I think our family has always been proud of our Japanese heritage, and we feel his actions at that time speak highly of his, not only his Canadian history, but also his Japanese heritage as well. One time, my aunt, a Japanese conductor, is going to be guest conducting with the Vancouver Symphony, and also Japanese violinist. So she bought us tickets. We sat at the very back of the hall with some binoculars to see. And that's the first time I saw Maestro Kazuyoshi Akiyama conduct. And I was so impressed. That's the first time I thought, it'd be interesting to pursue maybe becoming a conductor, because I was so impressed by Maestro Akiyama. And subsequently, Maestro Akiyama became the music director of the Vancouver Symphony. So I would go backstage after concerts and introduce myself and say, I'm studying violin and piano, but I want to know how to become a conductor. So he said, just this summer, some instructor from the Toho Music School, where he was a graduate from, and Maestro Ozawa was a graduate from, are giving a 2-week conducting seminar. And he said, so you should go to that. So it was run by Professor Okabe from the Toho School. So I took the seminar for a couple of weeks, and then at the end of that, Professor Okabe said, you should come and study at Toho. You don't have to do the entrance exam because you've done this seminar. So that's how I came to Japan to study for 6 years. So Professor Okabe was my first teacher. And then also after that, Professor Odaka was my teacher, and Maestro Akiyama and Maestro Ozawa would give master classes to everybody while I was there. So after 6 years of studying at Toho, I came back to Vancouver, and Maestro Akiyama was still music director of the Vancouver Symphony. So he invited me to become his assistant conductor. So that's how I started my career. And it was not only because of the Toho School that I went to Japan, but also because of my background. My family thought it would be good of me to go back to Japan and live there, learn a bit of the language, because I didn't speak Japanese at all. Even now, I'm okay with Japanese, but not so great. So orchestras. But I think my favorite is the New Japan Philharmonic. I have a long history with them. My first concert, I think, was conducting the Vaughan Williams Sea Symphony, with full chorus and singers. So it was wonderful. I've been several times since. I think probably I've conducted New Japan Philharmonic more often than any other orchestra in Japan. And it's been a little bit of a break because of COVID and such, but I'm very happy to be coming to conduct them again. And especially now that the audiences don't just include the people who are actually there, but also online streaming. And I think the standard of Japanese orchestras has risen so high in the past 20 years that they're comparable to any other orchestra internationally. So I think it's good that the world can hear the standards of Japanese orchestras now, and especially the New Japan Philharmonic.